Okay, so guys, as the video suggests, this video is all about teaching how to squat rightly, because a lot of people do squats, they do them wrong, end up with bad backs, or they're not getting enough out of the actual exercise. So I've got my partner with me today, Ali.
Hello.
And she's going to show you how to do these squats right. So the very first thing we need to look at is getting your feet right, so your starting position. So the squat is the one we're going to go with a shoulder width stance. So feet are shoulder width apart. So Ali's going to step her feet out to shoulder width. So what we're looking at is shoulder straight down to the foot. So shoulder width apart. After that, you're going to set your feet up at 11 and 1 o'clock. So slightly point your toes out. There we go. That's nice. That one there's maybe out a bit too far. There we go. So 11 and 1 o'clock is set with the feet. And then after that, we can start looking to doing our actual squats. I'm going to get Ali to stand facing that way. Okay, so feet are shoulder width apart. Toes are slightly pointing out. The first thing that moves on your squat is going to be your hips. And basically what you want to think about achieving in your squat is this back position. So the way her back looks right now, we want her back to look like that at the bottom of the squat. So her back isn't going to be rounded over and it isn't going to be mad extended. It's just going to be the exact same as this when she's at the bottom of her squat, because that's the natural position and it's the position she's going to be most safe in. So what we're going to look at moving very first off in the squat is our hips. So don't even do a full squat, just push your ass slightly back. Okay, simple as that. She keeps her back in a nice neutral position and just slightly pushes her hips back. And then from there, the knees are going to kick in and she's going to start to squat down towards the ground. There we go, and standing back up. So just do one or two more like that, just good squats. And up. Good, one more time. And up. Perfect. So as you go down, I always give you this tip of rising the hands as you go down, because that's going to help you keep that back straight. So let's do a bad squat, Ali. Round up the back, let it fall. Okay, so everything's rounded, but out one more time, stay at the bottom. So the back's rounded over, head's looking at the ground, everything's off. So the way I can get a person to work on fixing this is as they drop down, so start to lower it really slow. As she's going, looking forward, rising the hands up, keep reaching the hands up, 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 and back up. One more time, keep looking forward, rise the hands up, higher, 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 and up. Good, so she's going to try to think about that all the time. Another thing that can help this is when you get to the bottom of the squat, try to think about wiggling your toes for a second so you got your weight on the heels. So when she gets to the bottom of her squat, I'm going to ask her to stay down there and see if she can lift her toes off the ground. Okay, really straightforward. So drop into your squat, hold at the bottom, can we lift her toes?
Yeah.
And back up. One more time. Toes up. Good, and up you come. So the idea of getting the toes off the ground is to make sure we got our weight in our heels. So if she came down and she put all her weight in her toes, so come down and take your heels off the ground as you drop down. So see her heels are coming up off the ground, so her heels are lifting up. Actually stand up 1 second. Take a step out towards the windows to the left. You can see her feet a bit better now. Drop down. So if her weight was on her toes, you might see the heels starting to come up off the ground. We don't want that. We want to make sure we keep our heels flat on the ground all the time. So one tip for that, like I was just saying, is when you get to the bottom of the squat, see if you can wiggle your toes by lifting them slightly off the ground and then standing back up. And ideally what you're always aiming for is to maintain that back position that we see right now at the bottom of the squat. So one easy way to try to work a person into this position is if you do your squat standing in front of the wall. So we don't have a wall here right now, so I'm going to stand in front of Ali for this. I'm going to give her like maybe a foot or two space. Pop your hand up into the air. So she's got to keep her hands away from me. Your hands can't touch me. And let's drop down into the squat. Heels, 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 and back up. One more time, weight in the heels, hips go back, straight back, and up. Good. So you can do that exact same thing if you do it standing in front of a wall, and you can challenge yourself by trying to move in closer to the wall without actually touching off it, and that's going to encourage you to keep your weight in your heels also. So that's all my tips on the squat. Really try practice these in front of a mirror where you can actually see yourself doing them and getting better at them. So always think feet shoulder width apart, toes at 1 and 11 o'clock, hips go back first, and keep your knees tracking your toes. That's one other thing I forgot to mention was, so facing the camera, feet shoulder width apart. Do a bad one with the knees, so knees in close. So see where her knees are? They're not in line with her toes. So our knees are buckling in. So as you drop into your squat, force your knees out wide. So look at the big difference here. The knees are now directly over the toes. That's going to make your ass work a lot harder, and it's going to keep your knees safe. So let's go over our points. Feet shoulder width apart, toes at 11 and 1 o'clock, knees out tracking the toes, Keeping your weight in your heels, push your ass back and drop down into the squat. With breathing, take a deep breath in as you go down and breathe out as you come back up. There's a lot of tips there in that video, so feel free to watch this back over to pick up a few more again.